Hello and welcome back. If you notice a different setup, that is because our power is out. We have no power, so I asked my sister for feedback on this these videos, and she was like, "Girl, the lighting." I was like, "Girl, I know." And then no power. So this is what we're rocking and rolling with tonight. I thought I would open us up with some lovely stats from the Love Island app of which couple has you swooning. So in the top, we have with 58% Melanie and Sincere. With 35%, we have Anaya and Casey. At 5%, we have B and Sean. And then tied at for last, each with 1%, we have Bryce and Trinity and Kenzie and Zach. So just thought I would give a sense of how the world is viewing our lovely couples. If you'll remember where we left off, this was the bombshell throuples came back. And we were told that Sean and Kenzie down here are vulnerable. But it was kind of a fake out because they weren't getting rid of anybody because it's way too early for that. But what they do is they put the fear of God in them. Okay, they just have to remind them, hey, you might go home. This whole fever dream of neon and no clocks could be over. Okay, because it reinforces you guys need to couple. Okay, you need to be crazy because we're making a television show. So, Sean and Kenzie are actually, they're fine, but, it was a good bit. It was a good bit. So, obviously, there is some fallout after this fake out, and Kenzie is hurt. Okay, Kenzie is pissed, and she starts saying all this crazy stuff like Charlie is cuter and I can't believe this man, and she is escalating. Okay, and honestly, for why? For what? Okay, for why? He was honest with you. I guess he could have been a little bit more forward and been like, hey, I'm only feeling this on a friendship level. But to be fair, you guys had only spent, I don't know, what was it? One night and then a daytime together? Like, let's breathe. I would say touch some grass, but there's only synthetic stuff in there. So I understand. They have you in a prison chamber. So like, I get why we're being crazy, but like, let's bring it in. And so then, we kind of break out into these smaller chats. We see the information flowing. And so B tells Anaya that her and Gabe have a lot of sexual tension. Okay. And so then B and Gabriel, they have this sexual tension chat. And they're, and they start speaking to each other in Spanish. And he's like, when am I going to see your Mexican side? Is it when you get angry? And, she did not love that, which rightfully so. And so she said, oh, you want me to be mad at you? And then, they had some good back and forth. And so you can just tell that he spends his time in Miami, hunting women, as in like just every single night, this man is pounding the pavement to get the pussy. Okay, it reeks off of him, and she's caught up in this, and I get it. Hey, we've all been there. Okay, not maybe everyone, but I feel for her. Okay, and so then Sean and Sincere, they have this kind of like puff boy chat out on the dock, okay? And so Sean is still on this, oh, it was so fast that she switched up, and oh, it was just hard to watch Sincere when they were kissing, and Sincere is like, yeah, man, you should. And you know what? It doesn't matter what she says. There is no coming back. It's not going to move you. And Sean is like, yeah, it's not going to move me. I'm unmovable. And the problem with this is that at this point, he has not heard B out. He has no idea her perspective of the situation, right? Because they were just whisked away. There was no conversation. The bombshells just were like, swoop, just okay, so what he has done now is he has locked him out himself into a position where he has decided, I don't need any other information. I don't need any other perspectives. I'm going to make this decision now. I'm going to tell my friend about it. And so now I'm locked in, because if I go back, then I'm a weenie. This is the thought pattern of man. And me sometimes. It's like if I tell my mom something, it's like, ooh, told my mom that, so I can't really walk it back now. My mom now. It's kind of the same principle. And so this is really unfortunate that they get all puffed up. Because then when B and Sean do connect, B explains like, no, like I'm not closed off to you. I didn't think of that as like the door closing and the ending of that connection. Like I'm not interested in you. I thought of it more as like, are you open to explore other things? And because it is night one, I am open to explore other things. Very reasonable, right? And you can tell he's kind of like processing through this and he's like, oh man, we were thinking about it totally different. And I told this whole story in my head. And so you can see he kind of is like thinking about that conversation with Sincere, like, oh, right. Well, I'm locked in. And so that's that. It seems like maybe they'll rekindle in a little bit. But for now, the vibe is dead. And so then Zach and Kata, which, hey, the girls in the show had trouble remembering her name too. So I'm going to be better because it's her name. Her parents named her that. And it's a great name. I just need to get it to stick in my brain. But I just wasn't the only one. Okay, so Zach and Kata, they are, oh my gosh, they're all, oh, this is so good. I'm so excited. And they kiss. And they're talking about how they're going to kiss in bed. Again, the vibes are very, very good. And then there was a Nebraska shout out. I honestly blacked out, so I don't even remember the exact reference because I was so excited. My wife and I literally, we gasped. We like clutched our faces. We like grabbed each other and we're like, and talked about us because we were on the floor watching it on my phone.
He was saying that he didn't stand up in a Chili's.
Oh yeah, he was saying something about the narrator was talking about how he did stand up in a Chili's in Nebraska, and I was like, it was amazing. I'm going to rewatch the episode just for that moment. I might just scrub it and replay it like 30 times because I love Nebraska. Okay, and so then Kata has to go do the reintegration into the girl group. And when you're a bombshell coming in, this is hard. However, when you're one of the first, it's easier, right? Because the true friendships, bonds, loyalties, they haven't solidified yet. So she kind of comes in, oh, it's no hard feelings. And, it's honestly, it seems like it's going to be pretty smooth sailing. The girls are pretty nice to her. There's no like big, it's actually pretty chill. Oh, is everyone being a girl's girl? So interesting. Okay, and so then Bryce and Trinity kind of reconnect and have that like, oh man, that was so crazy, but we both did it, so neither of us have to be mad or feel any type of way about it, and so it's chill. And I don't understand why it's not giving. Okay, the chemistry is bad. You can tell it's a coupling of convenience, if you will. Okay, it's really honestly quite boring. I will say Bryce's hair looked absolutely crazy during this time. He like touches it a lot, which I touch my hair a lot too. It's like one of my stems, so I get it. But he's like swooping it up into this like, but he has so much hair gel in it that it almost creates this like dome over his head. It's like a dollop of daisy. Yes, he does. It looks like a dollop of daisy. That's his hairstyle. Signature, trademarked, Bryce with the dollop of daisy. And so then Trinity was just saying that, yeah, Gabriel comes on a little hard, a little fast and heavy for me. So I think I need something a little slower. But then we get Kenzie chatting to Sean, and they're just like, oh man, it's just so fucked up what they did to us. Trauma bonding, I guess. I don't know. Again, like I said, sleeper couple. What did I say last episode? I said sleeper couple algorithms are the same. I clocked it, I called it, and we're seeing it come to fruition. Remember this, okay? And so she's going on. She's like, oh, I just wish he was more upfront. And then she says, and I'm just done. I'm just done talking about this. Something tells me you're not. Okay, something tells me you're going to hold on to this and we might be talking about it again, but that's okay. And so then Zach comes up, right, because he wants to do the whole, pull your foot chat, let's forgive. And she says, no, I don't want to. And then when he's walking away, she literally looks at Sean and she goes, ew. Woo! Okay, so she is displeased. And we also learned a fun fact about Kenzie, which is she only recently learned that dragons weren't real. So I feel good. I feel good about the healthcare. I mean, people have different skills, so I'm sure it's fine. And so Kata kind of tries to smooth things over with Kenzie. We're getting ready for bed now, and Kenzie's very like nice to Kata, but definitely like throwing shade at Zach, and Kata has to like just kind of not say anything because we're trying to all get along. Honestly, nothing to report from the bed situation. I feel like ever since the initial seasons, everyone is like very aware of the cameras. There was some kissing. Let's see, Anaya and Casey kissed, Melody and Sincere kissed, Kayla and Zach, and then B and Gabriel. So those were all of our nighttime kisses. My wife did bed kisses. See, I read that as bad kisses, so I thought you were denoting that they were all bad kissers, but no, those were just the bed kisses. So those were our bed kisses. We get up in the morning, we do the morning ritual. Okay, Sean brings Kenzie, technically they wake up, he goes over, he gives her a hug right away with his sleepy eyes, and she's like, will you make me eggs? And he's like, yeah, but I got you. And he does, and he makes her eggs, and then brings it up to her, and she just is like, she kisses him. It feels odd. It feels I'm not saying out of nowhere, but it made waves. B said, oh, I feel like I missed an episode. Same. All of us, honey. All of us. And so then, let's see here. Oh, yeah. And then Sean confesses to the boys while they're making breakfast that he actually really wants to talk to Anaya. So we'll see how that goes down with KC. And you can tell that Anaya is kind of like side-eyeing him. So I wouldn't be surprised. But I think this Kenzie thing is getting locked down between her and Sean. So then Sincere pulls Kata for a chat. And this is just like a very standard age, name, location, get to know you chat. Sparks are not flying. You can tell he's feeling her out. I mean, she's stunning. That's what they're there to do. Okay. And then Anaya runs and tells Melanie this. And then Melanie cries and talks about how I just feel like people always get sick of me and they like me so much and they're so infatuated with me in the beginning because I'm this like bubbly, happy girl, and then they get sick of me, and because anytime I share my emotions, it's just too intense. And like, I know that we're bookmarking that she's gonna have it like an explosive breakdown, but as someone that has really, really big emotions, I will say I did kind of feel for her. Because, girl, have we not all been there of like, I am so scared of my big feelings pushing away someone I care about, so then I'm just gonna like not regulate myself and communicate it in like the most destructive way possible. Like, we've all been there. It's just me. Okay, I'm gonna save that for my therapy. But anyways, what else do we learn here? So Zach and B connect because obviously they both like left their couples and are in kind of the same situation, and she literally tells him how to speak to women because I guess he's just never made it this far. I mean, I know he had the long-term girlfriend, but like, she literally tells him, you have to make sure that she feels seen and heard. She literally says, your feelings are valid. I'm so sorry I didn't intend it that way. I hear you. She's giving him the cheat code. Okay. And he can barely put that together. I have to circle back to Sincere. I am so sorry because Sincere, when he's doing his like confession to camera, talking about this conversation with Kata. Fuck. Okay, but that's only one mistake, and I didn't call her Katie. So, anyways, Kata, he compares it to when you're fishing and you catch a fish and you put it in the cooler, and then you catch another fish, and then you have two beautiful fish. And you can just keep. So I guess women are fish. So that's happening. Okay. What else do we find out here? Oh yeah. So then Gabriel and Kenzie, they have like a chat on the day that's on the villa, the chatting, and oh my gosh, Kenzie, honey, get a bib on or tuck your thirst in, okay? Because it is insane. First of all, she tries to speak Spanish. she tries. The Italian was worse. I can't speak either, so I really, those in glass houses. But they're flirting, and you can tell this is like, he's flirting because this is what he does. Like, to me, it doesn't seem like he's overly into her. It more just seems like this is his personality, and she cannot control herself. She is like telling him that she is getting hot and bothered and flustered, and it's yes, that is the quote. The kitty was purring. And I think this is crazy. So then Bryce and Trinity and Zach are kind of sitting around and chatting. Zach asks Kenzie as she's walking back if they could talk. She said no. So this is the second time she swerved him. And the commentary on this is we learn that Bryce likes to eat ass. So I think that's important for everyone to know. So then, Anaya, we already covered that. They talked. Oh, yeah. So then Kenzie and Trinity have this conversation about how her and Bryce are doing. And it's very, like, Trinity is, like, he's surface level. Like, we can't get deep. Like, and I said this, right? Like, there's something just off about Bryce. And then Trinity and B have a little talk about Gabriel and Kenzie chatting. And B straight up says, I'm not talking to Kenzie about it. She's not going to tell me the truth. So I think the girls are starting to take Kenzie's number. So then it's nighttime. And we play a really fun game where they read off a secret, okay? And you then have to guess which islander the secret belongs to by pushing them into the pool. What a fun game. People get wet. So we're just going to run through the secrets and who they belong to. Anaya, she engaged in Terminator roleplay. Zach forgot the name of a hookup in bed mid-sex. Gabriel has slept with a 52-year-old woman. Sean broke up with a partner and then had sex with someone new the same day. And this one I think was the most jarring. The most... I couldn't even process it, so I'm just going to say it. Trinity gave her boyfriend head in the car while her mom was driving. And I honestly don't have anything else to say about that because I'm haunted enough and I won't traumatize anyone else further. Okay, Melanie ghosted a boy who got her an engagement ring. She explained this one away, though. It was like high school. He was trying to have sex with her. So her explanation was good, but we learned that Kata orgasmed all over her friend's pillow. Trinity has some really funny lines about don't want to be near her, keep her away from pillows. So that was pretty funny. We learned that Casey has had sex with someone in the same room when his friend was also having sex. So, I mean, I guess college? I don't know. And then we learned that Bryce dated a girl to get her best friend's number. And then those two ended up dating for 2 years. That felt icky. I didn't love that. And then Sincere admitted to texting other people while still in a relationship. Remember this because Melanie doesn't want to hear it. She doesn't like that. And then they all jump in the pool and they're like, woohoo. And so we have, Sean and Kenzie are kissing in the pool. Zach and Kata are kissing in the pool. And then Melanie kind of regroups with the girls after all of this and is like, red flag, that's just cheating. If he cheats on me, I'm going to cheat on him. Becky, she's hurt. Her rage is building. Okay, so then she is kind of having this conversation while Sincere is talking with the boys, and he's saying, I'm not trapped, but I still want to explore, but I want to be safe, but I want to explore. He wants to have his cake and eat it too. And so then Sincere, oh, that's right. No, because then Melanie talks to Kata about the chat that she had with Sincere, and it's another FBI interrogation. What did you talk about? What was his tone? What was your tone? Like, she's on one. And so then we have this really tense conversation between Sincere and Melanie, and it's, he's saying, I think, we're good. You're my number one. We're the strongest couple, but I still think we should explore. And he's like, I want to be with you. And she's just really being almost, I don't want to say abrasive, but it doesn't matter what this man says. This man could say anything and she's not going to believe him. and you can tell it's just that rage. It's just all of that is bubbling up to the surface. And so, she says it. She says it's just a bunch of words. You're gonna have to show me with actions. And then they just kind of end the episode on this like tense moment. They do show like a clip of tomorrow night. Looks like we're gonna get our first sticky, icky, ooey, gooey, gross game. I'm expecting slime. I'm expecting to be disgusted, but it didn't look like there was milk. So I do think this is yeah, no milk, no hot dogs. So I think we are looking good there. And that is pretty much it for the evening. So thanks for sitting through the rough setup as we are without power. I'm going to have to really figure out how I'm going to get this edited and posted, but that is a problem for me in 5 minutes. So thank you so much. Thank you to my lovely wife who is still behind the camera, even though there's no fast forwarding to do. Thank you to everyone who watched, and all 9 of my subscribers. Holy shit. I'm amazed.